Hey, Anna here, and I am super excited to be working with all of you on this Amazon challenge. And this is day one. So super excited to all of you. I've really enjoyed meeting all of you and getting to know you within the Facebook group. And if you're not in the Facebook group right now, jump inside. The link will below this video. So super excited. Let me just share my screen. So over the next few weeks, we are going to be getting stuck in and we are going to be getting our first product live on the Amazon Marketplace. And I am super excited to be helping all of you do that. Let me go full screen. So we are kicking off the Amazon challenge, and this year, Black Friday is the 29th of November. So that is when we will be wanting to get our first few sales because we want our product live for Black Friday. And this is what we're going to be learning throughout the challenge. You're going to be firstly opening your Amazon account for those of you that haven't got one. And then we're going to be looking at product research and thinking about those products that are going to be right for Christmas and Black Friday. So the gift kind of section, I'm going into that in a bit more detail. We're going to be sourcing our products and we're going to be getting them from the country that we're selling in. So I know some of you are based in the UK, some of you are in the US, some of you are in Europe. Dublin, wherever you are, we're going to be deciding on where we're selling and we're going to be sourcing from that country that we're selling in. So we're not going to be, because of timing, we're not going to be importing from China unless it's somewhere like Temu or Shein or somewhere like that where we can get the goods quickly. Because this is going to be an intense program and we want to, if you're based in the UK, for example, we want to source from the UK. Then you're going to be learning all of the processes, which is everything you need to know as regards to Amazon. So it's all of the barcoding and the shipping, all of those things that you probably wondered how to do. I'm going to be sharing with you how to create shit hot listings that sell, doing all of the SEO for keywords. So the SEO and keywords is how our product is going to get discovered. And it's those phrases that somebody is typing into Amazon, like garlic press or yoga mat. And we want to make sure that we've got the right keywords to drive the traffic so that we can sell. And then we're going to be launching and marketing our products to get our first few sales. So just for some of you who might still be a little bit unclear about how it works. So what we do is we send our products. So for example, if you're based in the UK, which I know the majority of you are, you will be getting those products from the UK, you'd be putting the barcode on, you'd be sending them into Amazon. Amazon stores your products. And then when the customer purchases your product, Amazon takes care of all the shipping, the pick and pack, sending it to your customer. They'll deal with returns and questions. And then Amazon ships them and directly handles all of the logistics. That's how it works. We're not going to be posting out to our customers from home. And this is why when you really get stuck into this business, when you start importing from China and India and Vietnam and wherever, you can send them directly to the Amazon warehouse. And what we're going to do in this process in the challenge, we're going to learn how to do the barcodes, and we're actually going to be doing that ourselves from home because it's the best way to learn. So then when you outsource it and grow, you really understand how to do that process. I've seen people before come into this business where they want to outsource from the day dot, and actually they can sometimes get the wool pulled over their eyes. It's important for you to understand how to do it. And I often, at this time of year, when I'm doing Christmas decorations and things like that, I handle it all from home. I package it all up, 50 units, 100 units, and send it into Amazon. And that's what we're going to be doing. So we want to keep it simple. And every day there will be a task for you to do. We kick off on the 11th of November. And every day there'll be a simple task to do, and that'll either be shared as a video or on the live, and the live will be at 8 p.m. every single day, Monday to Friday, hand holding you, coaching you. If you see the video come in or the task come in and you're like, I'm not sure how to do it, jump on the live and I'm going to talk you through it. You can screen share and we can share examples, because I want to ensure that every single one of you understands each of the daily tasks to get done. So there's going to be a lot to do, but we're breaking it down into simple daily tasks, and it shouldn't take you more than an hour to implement that task every day. So what is the goal of the Amazon challenge? Well, we really want to learn the process. A lot of people don't get started. They watch some videos and they you know, get in their own way. You're not going to have time for paralysis by analysis in this. Because it is fairly fast paced. But as I said, there's a task every single day. You're going to learn the process and also get your first few sales. You're not going to be making 7 figures in a few weeks. But what is going to be great is that you will walk away, you'll understand the process, and all you need to do is rinse and repeat that process and grow. And we also want to have some fun, because on the last challenge last year, which was the first challenge I'd ever done, we had a really, really good fun in the process. So let's enjoy the process. There's going to be stuff that you're learning and you might not understand, but I'm here to hold your hand. That rhymed, actually. So day one then, first and foremost, and I don't want to teach you to suck eggs, but we've got to get our mindset right. We've got to begin with the end in mind. You know, if I go back to that previous slide, we are learning the process and getting our first few sales. So we need to get our mindset right. And there may be things and distractions and life and things that get in the way, but we are going to get to the end of this challenge and we're going to get that product live on Amazon. So what I want you to do is share in the Facebook group your commitment, you know, your commitment for this challenge and what your goal is. So that's task number one. Task number two is we want to get all the foundations in place. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a bit more detail. We want to open our Amazon account just so that we've got that ready and done and dusted. And normally it just takes 24 hours to get verified, but sometimes people get a bit stuck. So that's why I want to get that done first. And then we're going to start doing our product research and looking for those Christmas hot products. So then, mindset. These are the things that get in our way, and we are human beings, and it happens to me as well. So time, you know, you've got to spare some time every single day to do the task. You'll have the weekends to catch up as well if you miss a day and you've got, you know, you're a bit behind. But these are the things that get in the way. Time, funds as well. You're not going to need too much. We're only going to invest a small amount into our first product. We're not going to put pressure on ourselves. Or some of you may want to do a couple of products depending on budget, but we're not going to, yeah, these are the things that could get in our way. Your job, if you're working for yourself already and you run your own business, or, you know, you're working for a boss 9 to 5, family and friends being, you know, negative, saying, oh, I don't know why you're selling on Amazon. No one, I know a friend who lost money or whatever, you know. And it's usually people who have never sold anything on Amazon before that are giving us this advice. Procrastination, not just, you know, over analyzing, which you're not going to have time for, because I'm going to be like making sure that you're doing the tasks every day. Information overload. Sometimes when we learn something new, we do get a little bit overwhelmed. Over analysis, although, like I say, you're not going to have time for that. You might lose interest. There might be an Amazon issue. Amazon might send you an email and want some more ID from you, and it gets frustrating, you know, when you get an Amazon issue, or you may just give up. These are the human behaviors that I've seen from coaching thousands and thousands of people over the years. These happen to all of us as humans because we do have other things going on apart from an Amazon challenge. But as long as we're aware of them and we're committed, we're not going to let these get in our way, and they're not going to be roadblocks. We're going to kick them out of the way. And this is why I want you in the Facebook group to share with everybody that you are committed, because if you're interested in doing something, you'll do it only when it suits you. But if you are fully committed, you'll do it whatever it takes to get there. Agreed? And when you're committed, you don't find time, you create time. And when you're committed, you make it work. So we are going to smash through this challenge. We are going to not let any of those roadblocks get in our way. And we are going to launch that product and sell for Black Friday. So I want you to share in the group your personal commitment to this challenge. So that's task number one. Because if you write it in the group, this is what happens. Yeah, we are more powerful when we empower in each other. And if we write a commitment down in a public forum setting, we're committing not just to us, but to everybody else in the group. And it's really powerful stuff. So, you know, I don't want you to think, oh, I am committed and I don't need to share. I want everyone to share the group, because there is madness in my there's science in my madness, sorry, but it really, really does work. And I know I'm a big visionary, and I've had a mindset has always been the thing that has kept me driven over the years, because we do as humans get in our own way. So make sure that you write your commitment post. That's task number one. Task number two then is foundations. So because Jeff Bezos is always in the news and being slagged off for, you know, letting people sell on his platform without being set up by tax, we need to get our business set up. So we need to make sure that if we're not already, we register as a sole trader. And people get a bit scared about this, or as a limited business if you've already got one or you're planning to set one up. If you've never set up a business before, you might be best off doing it as a sole trader and then moving into a limited business once you start gaining some income. Don't fear it if you've never set up a business and you've not got a unique tax reference numbers. There's a PDF that I will share with this video, and it's got all the differences between being a sole trader and a limited business. And you may want to have a chat with an accountant if you need to, but you do have 12 months minimum to afterwards to declare to HMRC. So don't let it fear you at this stage. It's not going to affect anything. But you may want to speak to an accountant, because I hold my hands up to say I am not an accountant, I'm an Amazon expert. So have a look at the PDF. You need that when we come to open our Amazon account. So we need to have a tax number, and it'll either be a company registration or a unique tax reference number. We also want to get Jungle Scout and Helium 10, and I think it's a great way to meet other people who are on this journey. Get yourself an accountability partner and also share one of these tools. So maybe post in the group and say, does anybody want to share Jungle Scout, Helium 10? These are the softwares that we use to help us validate our product ideas. And I think it's quite good sharing in groups 2 to 3, because it splits the cost as well, and you can support each other on this journey. And I'll share my Jungle Scout and Helium 10 links in the group and also below this video. Finding an accountability partner. I had accountability partners when I first set up, or a buddy, or whatever you want to call them. Just basically a mate that is on this same journey with you, and understands the path that you're going on. You can support each other, and it helps you stay accountable. It helps you get stuff done, because if one of you slips behind, it's like it gives you that competitive streak, because oh gosh, you know, Helen's already done that and I need to get on track. So it really does help. And I'm still do partnerships and like business deals, I suppose, with people who were originally my accountability partners, so they can be friends and colleagues for along the way, and you can support each other out of this challenge. So I'd really encourage that. And also you can split the cost of Jungle Scout or Helium 10. And these tools help us, as I say, to validate our product ideas. And I'll be sharing with you the specifics on how I validate products using these tools. So that's the foundations. And then thirdly, open your Amazon account. There's some criteria about things that you need. As in, you need a unique tax reference number, you need a bank account, and you need a card to set it up. And there's some criteria about everything being in the same name and address of your business. So have a look at the PDF that is underneath this video, and it's got screen grabs that will take you through the process. Just make sure you have like your passport or your driving license, because you're going to go through the ID check. So if we get that set up now, it's going to help you also decide where you're going to sell in. So if you live in the UK, I recommend setting up in the UK. If you live in Spain, set up in Spain, etc., etc. And if you don't live in a country that's got an Amazon, then you then can decide, but you're going to need to set up your business in that country as well. So on to product research. This is, again, begin with the end in mind. We want to achieve a success, and we want to be thinking about the Christmas products And these are some of the success of products that were last year that I worked with people on. And there's also my guide, which is in the Facebook group and underneath this video, of my 5 best products to sell over Black Friday. If you get stuck, just pick one of those. But let's get creative. Decide on the category. Is it going to be sports and fitness? Is it going to be home and kitchen? Is it going to be sports and fitness, health and well-being? What category are you going to sell in? So that's what you need to decide. Think Christmas. What are people buying? Christmas decorations, gifts, mainly gifts is what we buy. So, and everything can be turned into a gift in a way. Even a garlic press can be turned into a gift. So think of the period that we're selling in, and seasonal products do really well, obviously. We also want to be sourcing in the country we're selling. So if we're selling in the UK, we want to source in the UK, etc. And because it's our first product, we want to be thinking simple. Don't go for any electrics unless you share. If you really want to do it, maybe on, you can share in the group and we can have a discussion around it. And obviously when we get stuck into the Q&As, we can answer all the questions around it. Some products that have got batteries you could sell without the batteries, but we don't want any plugs or leads. So best off staying away from electrics, because Amazon needs more safety data sheets and requirements from you. So we want to think of something that's not electrical because it's easy and simple. We don't want to go for fragile either. We don't want to go for something that's got like 15 pieces that we have to put together, because there's a chance that something could get mislaid or lost in transit, or if it's fragile, it needs to be packaged correctly. And all of these kind of products, there's a higher chance that you can have a return. So we just want to think simple. We also want to go for small, lightweight products. We don't want to go for anything really heavy or anything that's longer than a meter on one side, because these are the products that tend to sell, sort of 10, 20, 30 quid. And I tend to focus on products between 20 and 50, because they are those impulse buys rather than people, if you're buying something for 150, 200 quid, you might do some YouTube research or some Google research before you buy it. We don't want to go for restrictive categories. So there's categories like grocery, beauty, health and like supplements and things like that. Anything that's consumable where you will have to get approved before you sell in. Toys is another one. So if you are wanting to do a product like that, again, share in the group and I'll give you the requirements, but it's going to delay us. So we want to think simple products, sports and fitness, home and kitchen. You could be doing beauty as long as didn't have like shampoo and things like that in it, because they're chemicals. So we want to think of a really simple product. So something like a Christmas wreath is brilliant because it's seasonal. It's none of these requirements unless it's got a light on it. And it's a very simple product, because remember what our goal is. We are learning the process and getting our first few sales. So we want a simple product. I'm going to be sharing some more stuff around product research and product validation coming up. So at this stage, we just want to decide on the category and make a list of 10 product ideas. But I'm going to be giving you more support on this. So this is just the first part of it. And that is it for day 1 of the Amazon challenge. I love this quote because, like anything that we're learning new, and when I was doing my podcast, I really didn't understand how I could get the hosting done, how I could get it live, how I did the intro. And I, invested in a course that taught me. And I remember saying to myself, Anna, you're doing what you tell other people not to do. I wasn't reaching out and asking questions. I think it was my ego that was like, I don't ask a question. But fear for me stands for forget everything and run or face everything and rise. And I have always, on my journey personally and also on Amazon, I always face everything and rise, because there will be things that you don't understand. So you must reach out in the Facebook group. You can email me at support@theanna.davidson if it's something you don't want to share in the group. But I really want to encourage you to post questions, support each other, post your commitments for the challenge, post your questions about your opening your Amazon account or starting with the product research. I just really want to encourage you to get involved, because the more you get involved, the more you're going to get out of it. And we are a collective, and we are here to support each other on this exciting and fun journey. I cannot wait to start seeing you list the products, get them live onto Amazon, and of course, getting your first few sales for Black Friday. I am so freaking excited. And yeah, I just absolutely can't wait to see this kind of stuff from this group over the next few weeks. So do reach out. Don't be afraid to ask any questions, and enjoy the challenge. Thanks ever so much, folks. Bye.